Hello. Welcome to Making It with Minglet. If you can bear with the noise, I apologize. My husband had a lot to do around the house yesterday and he didn't get to mow, so he is mowing. But I've got a few minutes and I want to share something with you. This is a little bit different format than what you're used to, so just bear with me. We'll work through it, okay? So, Textures Junkies, she is a dear friend of mine, and I do moderate with her channel. And I do projects with her. And one of the things that we've been working on is kind of a circusy theme. The idea came at Christmas. We had done a very fancy journal. And so, our styles are very different. If you look at hers is shaped like a tent. And I decided after watching Kylie Koo do the accordion style journal, I thought, well, I think that might fit for me. So what I did was I took a Kleenex box and I started. So that was the base of this project. It's a combination of several Kleenex boxes and then some gel prints that were mediocre at best. And what I did was I took them and I sewed those pages in. So let me share this with you. I'm excited. I'm crafty and creative, but I wanted to have some fun with this. When I think back of the circus, the first time I ever went to the circus was I was a teenager. My husband of almost 40 years, we're just a year short of 40. He took me to the first circus I ever went to, and it was so cool. It was Barnum and Bailey, and it was 3 rings, and I thought it was amazing. I mean, I was just in awe of all the activity that was going on. And I thought it was very funny because, there were always clowns moving around. And so the clowns kind of, caught my eye. So when I started thinking about clowns and looking through what I had, I found something that I thought would work. And it is actually a stencil from PM Artist Studios, and it was designed by PaulKeen, and they're nutcrackers, and they have wings. And I thought, I don't see why I can't make those clowns. So here's the front. I have crepe paper on it, and it did not bleed. You can see part of the original Kleenex box. I did put gesso over the top of it. So we'll just start flipping through, and it may get out of hand at some point. Some of these pictures were sent to me from a friend, and then some of them are from the stencils. This is one of the stencils. The dog and the I think it's a hamster. It came out of a child's book. The figures on the stage, they were from a New York Times magazine. And this the yellow and the blue crepe paper streamers were some that my daughter had used at work. Those are the colors of her company, and they had used those to decorate with. The fringe was something old, something I already had. So, I did definitely try to use things I had. The striped came from napkins, and those were just from Dollar General. Nothing super fancy. And this cloud, I know he looks a little sinister. And that's got some scrap fabric that came from the D-stash from Darcy. All right, and so this is our first sewn in page. And these are just gel prints, gel prints that kind of were not exactly what I'd hoped for them to be, and I just kept working on them until I got something on the page that I thought I could work with. So, there's nothing special. These are the clown faces that I made. I called them April Fools, so you'll remember those. And then I have some journal cards in the pockets, thanks to my friend Tracy. And if you look closely right here, you'll see that there's lines in this paper. This is recycled paper. I did not purchase anything fresh or new for this except for, I think, these little stickers right here. I did pick those up. And I called this Tiny's Tint because my mother's given name was Tiny, Tiny. And that's what's on her birth certificate. And then I have this piece that was from where I was celebrating 100 subscribers. And so I wanted it to be part of this project because this was the first big project that I started after that. Now this page, I feel like it just is a wow page, okay? Look right here. Now this is the box as it was. You fold it down. I've got a flip out right here. And then this piece right here is like a pinwheel. It spins. So that was it was a lot of fun to make. And then I found in one of Darcy's D-stashes, the packages, it had a brochure from the Ripleys, believe it or not. And I thought, okay, that'll work, let's do that. And then there's some little stickers I've got. Now let's flip this part back up. And then you have some more of the stencils with the nutcrackers. And I put them on a wheel to make them spin. Now, I know they're a little scary. My daughter would not particularly like this page. She does not like clowns. She does not like clowns. I remember taking her to Circus and wanting her to be so happy and have fun. And then to come to find out, she really, really didn't like clowns. So, and this is another one of those stencils. This was out of a children's book that I picked up at the thrift store. Oh, now this piece right here is a fun piece. I've been working with prescription or pharmacy bags, and I've done those to go in a particular journal. Well, this part, these were like sandwich bags, and they had the squared bottom. So I took and I added some texture to them. And look at these pages. Nothing wasted. That goes under what my grandmother would say is waste not, want not. Don't sit and wish for things you don't have. You know, use what you got. And see, this piece right here, that's a scrap piece. You know, that's something that didn't go well or, you know, was left over. And then this is the bottom of a bag. Okay, this part is the actual bottom. All right. I sewed it in, and I want you to watch this. Look at this pretty flip out. We can flip up. I flip down. And right there, this was off of a bag of animal crackers. I was in a pop shelf store, and I actually found a plastic bag of Barnum and Bailey animal crackers or animal cookies. And so I cut that out, and then I added some of the pieces that my friend Tracy had sent me. Look at that. Is that not adorable? And I really think this turned out really cool. So just keep that in mind, you know, as far as doing flips. Keep that in mind that really does produce a very desirable effect. And that is using the bottom squared piece of a sandwich bag. What we call, you know, what we used to call a brown bag for our lunches. Oh no! That is one of the nutcrackers. And then we have another sewn in page. These little things here are from cupcake holders. The liners. And then we have a clown card. And then on the back side of that, I added one of the, I'm sorry, I'm shaking today. I had to use my inhaler outside. So I've got the shakes now. But anyway, so this is one of my April Fools. And I can put that in either way in this pocket. It could go either way. But I was trying to build texture as I went along. I was trying to build texture and interest. And this was part of napkins. This little trim right here was trim that I have had since I was a teenager. I dug deep for some stuff. And then that brings you back to the front. So let's just roll it out. We'll do it like a roll. I think that if I stretch it all the way out, it's probably every bit, it's almost 36 inches long. So let's just do a whole roll out, a quick roll. All right, and then we flip her around. It's almost too much to hold, that's for sure. I almost need two people, but the only two people home right now are me and my husband. He's out there mowing, so we got to get the yard mowed. We can't have it looking rough. And when I did this right here, I had this part, I did not have any idea how it was going to be used. I have about 3 of them that I had done the same day. But I am very, very pleased with how those colors coordinated. And you can see right down here, it's like the pharmacy logo, but that's okay. I mean, this is my art journal. It can be whatever I want it to be. And it was a very, very fun project. I will put in my link below, I will link Texture Junkies, and I'll see if I can't add that playlist onto it as well. Now, that is something I have not done before, and if I can't get it done, I will ask for assistance. And when this is all said and done, this is what it looks like at the top. It's a lot happening, a lot of texture, and different heights, different values and colors, and I'm pleased with it. It made me happy to create it. I did not sit down with any specific thing in mind, but as I started playing with it, I was very inspired, and I do thank my friend Cheran for letting me come along on this journey and make a journal, a circus journal. And I don't know about you, but we follow prompts and things like that, and sometimes it's good just to have a theme and just to carry out a theme. So the next thing that you'll see me do is I will be back in with my pain journal. I have got it ready to, all the signatures have been sewn. I've got 3 signatures as of right now, and I am going to, I will do that on camera for you. So I do thank you for coming along, and, I'm glad I could see you today. Not really. And at least you see I have a face. We had been out, we have a 1957 Chevy, if you didn't know that. And it was my husband's grandmother's, and it has been in the family. My husband has owned it since he was in high school. It was given to him, and he drove it in high school. And we take it out, and it's so much fun. It's not so much for prizes or awards. We have won some, but it's more about Like today, a lady walked up and she was taking a picture of it. As she looked at my husband, she said, "Is that a 1957?" And he said, "Yes, it is." And she says, "I remember riding on one when I was a little kid, and my mama would drive it, and she was scared, but she would drive it. And it's just so much fun, and it brings a lot of joy to be able to share, the car and not just have it sitting in our garage and have it." And that's kind of like the way our art supplies are. It's one thing to have something, but it's something else to use it and enjoy it. Um, my mother in law was a person who saved things, lots of things. And sadly, she saved it to the point that it was not usable. And, it broke my heart, especially with clothes. She would buy clothes, and there were clothes with tags that had just, were not even wearable. So, use what you've got. Don't spend the money on art supplies and not use them. Um, I think it's important to use what you've got and to make the best of whatever your situation is. I mean, my craft room is not the ideal situation. I'm sharing it with a guest bedroom, and it's a big room, granted, but I have my little corner where I do my crafts and my art, my journals. And then I have on the other side a sewing machine. I have a Cricut. We have a printer up here for my daughter and I. And then there's a full size bed, so I have to juggle my space. So, I've got to make the most of what I have. I've got to use my products, and, if I want new things, I put them on a list, and I'll wait until I can really justify, spending that money. Because, there's so many things that are similar, or you can do some other thing to get a same effect. So I'm really trying hard to learn, ways to use what I have. And there's an unlimited amount of videos out there on different techniques and different projects. So I do look forward to sharing some other things with you. And I thank you for coming along today. I want you to be well, my friends, and take care. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.